Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode at this cool amazing product right here in my hand, and basically what this is an emergency radio that is multi-purpose, if you can see right here. So they mentioned some of the specs that's on here, if you guys can see right here. But let's actually open up the product to show you guys what's included inside first. Alright, so when you guys open up the product itself, this is basically what it looks like. Let's take it out. So inside they do provide guys a user manual and a little warranty card. If there's anything wrong with the product itself, feel free to contact them. They do provide you guys this little wrist strap that's essentially used to attach it onto your wrist, onto the actual product itself if you guys want to. They do provide you guys this very convenient compass if you guys need to use it in case you guys do get lost. Right here they provide you guys a USB to USB-C cable that's in use to recharge the product itself. But right here we have the product. Let's take it out. Alright, so right here we have the actual product itself. This is what it looks like on this side. This is what it looks like on here. This is what it looks like on this side. This is what it looks like on this side. Here's the top part and here's the bottom part. So there's obviously a lot of stuff that's on here, such as the FM radio, AM radio, WB, alert option right here as well. You guys actually use this button for tuning. Here's the volume control. So for the solar panel itself, if you guys want to tilt it up, you definitely can, just like that. And they also do have a LED light here as well. And the way how you guys activate the light here and here is by turning on the switch right here. So I push it down, the light turns on right there. If you guys want to turn on this light right here, just press the button right here on top, and the light turns on. Eventually, it's super bright. If you press it again, it changes the different light option right here. Press it one more time, it goes to a brighter light, and it turns off. So for the light that's in here, you guys can't actually turn on or off other than using that button right there. It actually is automatic, so if I go like this, it turns on. But if I go like this, it turns off. But definitely the cool thing about this product itself is the fact that you guys actually use a cable to recharge it, or you guys actually use a solar panel here, or you guys actually use the cranking option right here as well. So I pull it out like this, you guys go like this. And basically what that is for generating power on the actual product itself. So that's definitely really cool if you guys can't use like the solar panel or using a cable to recharge it. If you guys take a look right here, this is basically where it's actually put on the actual wrist strap itself, which is this thing right here. And right here is basically the outlet. So I open it up, you guys can see that that is basically what it looks like inside. So they do have a USB-C option, and that is where to plug in the cable to recharge it. And they also do have a USB option as well, and that you guys can actually use as a power bank to charge the devices. So that's definitely really cool how this product itself can also work as a power bank for emergency if you guys need to recharge your phone. And if you guys are curious about what is the maximum capacity on here for the battery, it's 5000 mAh. So you can definitely get like one full charge for the actual product itself. If you take a look right here, this is basically an antenna. So I pull it out. You guys can actually extend it that far, so that way you can actually use it for a radio station to listen to music, or if you guys want to do emergency call for help or whatever. If you guys get lost or trapped, you definitely have the option available for you guys as well. And then when you're done using it, close it back up, push it back down, and go like that. Definitely pretty portable and very space saving as well. So there's a total of 7 different channels that you can actually use for emergency if you guys get lost or if you guys need help. But when you look at the front part here, you can definitely see that they also have a SOS option right here. So if you guys press that button, it will actually activate the SOS alarm. But right here we have the speaker, so you can actually use that to listen to music on here. But basically if you guys want to use like the emergency radio station, you guys can use either one of these, which is WB or the alert option right here. But you see on top right here, that is the display screen for the actual radio station as well. Let me take this protective layer off first. Alright, so once we take it out, you guys can see that that is basically what it looks like. So it definitely looks like the old school radios right here. And believe right here is basically the battery life to show you guys where the battery life is. So whether it's at 25%, 50%, 70%, or 100%. And right here is basically the indicator light to show you guys when the product itself is charging. And if you're curious about what else is on here that I didn't mention or that I already did mention, you guys refer to this image right here. So that's basically everything that's on the product itself. I'm actually activated to show you guys how it works, and then we're gonna actually test out the actual power bank as well. So let's turn it on first. So that's the maximum volume. Let's change the channel on here. Let's try FM.
When we get there, we talked about this a lot in our revelations.
So definitely see the actual product itself, it definitely does work. I don't want to keep it too long for some of the station where it has music on it because I don't want to get copyrighted or whatever. But definitely see the actual product itself definitely does work. If you guys want to use it for FM radio, AM radio, if you guys want to use the WB option, or if you guys want to use alert option for emergency, you definitely have all that on here. If you guys heard from the actual radio station and the speaker itself, it's actually really clear. So that is basically how you guys use the radio station. If you guys take a look right here, it shows you guys that it's fully charged, and this is the battery option that I mentioned right here. So if I use the little clank right here to charge it, You guys can see that lights up right there. So that's basically how you guys know when the product itself is charging if you guys use the clanking option. So I just tested out the SOS option. Let me actually show you guys what will happen if I press on the button itself. Alright, so that is basically what happens once you guys press the SOS button. So definitely is pretty loud, but I don't know if it's super loud enough for people to hear you guys, especially if you guys are hovering like on a helicopter. But definitely most likely see the light on here flashing for the SOS mode, which is super nice. So that's basically everything in terms of how to actually use the product itself. Now let's try out the output and input right here to see when it actually works first. I want to pull this part back down, slide it back in, and then let's plug in the cable here. So let me use the cable that they provide for me right here. I'll plug this side into the power bank, and the other side I'll plug into the actual product itself right here. Alright, so once you plug it in, you guys can see the red indicator right there to show you guys that charging, and the cable is plugged in right here. So I believe once it's fully charged, that light should either turn off or should change to a different color like green or something. But now let's try out the USB option to see when it actually works. So for the USB option, I'm gonna plug that in to charge my iPhone. And obviously when you guys use the USB option, you probably want to turn on the product itself right here. And then we'll plug in the cable right here. Alright, so definitely use the product itself to recharge your phone if you guys want to. And you can also charge like your smartphone or your device using the USB option while using the other output right here, which is USB-C. But you see right there, it does have the indicator right there to show you guys that charging, and right here as well. So that is basically everything that's on the product itself. Now that we did unboxing and testing of the actual product itself, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So for me, honestly, I definitely have to say that any kind of like emergency radio station that's very similar to this one right here, whereas everything that's built on the actual product itself, such as the portable charger option, the fact that it has a power clamp right here, where you can turn it like that. If you keep turning that for 1 minute, it should give you guys around like 15 minutes of battery life for the actual flashlight option right here. And then the time that it takes to fully charge the product itself from 0 to 100% is around 4 hours if you guys use the USB-C option to recharge the product itself. And if it has like a solar charging option right here, and also the built-in flashlight here, or the one right here, and obviously if it has all these options as well, such as the radio station, the emergency channel as well, and the SOS option right here, if it has all of that stuff that I just mentioned, then the product itself is super worth it. But then obviously for those guys who don't want or don't need one or have to use one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that you do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.